that Benelux Federation, German Empire, Russia, Austria-Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, Albania looks weird. Serbia looks extremely weird. Italy, France looks very good actually. Britain looks normal. Italy looks normal-ish. Alright, decent map. Uh, alright, CMC. We're doing something big. A live I can watch. Yeah. So I know y'all are extremely saddened by not being able to. Yeah. Oh, I gotta take a picture of my bedroom doorknob. I'll be back. Y'all can look at this very attractive looking map. Wait, am I allowed to say that? It ain't an attractive looking map, but it's a map I've made. It's my creation. So that sounds even worse. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. I don't know why I need to take a picture of my doorknob. I was just asked. And I'm sending that picture to someone. Yeah, it is a bit odd. Like, why do I need to take a picture of my doorknob? Alright, so, new thing we're doing. Bro, it's. Oh, yeah, I watched it yesterday. Oh, now I know why I need to take a picture of my doorknob because I'm getting a new doorknob. I'm a bit slow. Yeah, I'm taking a picture of my doorknob. Names. We're gonna do like a naming stream like every, yeah. Episode 81 was peak since some of China's allies were losing peak since its peak. Yeah, I don't like China at this point. Like, I liked China World War III past that. World War IV up into World War IV. But no. Modern Imperial China. No. I'm not rooting for China. Carolina's better. I'm rooting for Carolina. And personally, if you ask me, it's Carolina, not America. Kill me in the comments, I don't care. But it's Carolina, not America. It is 100% Carolina. Kill me in the live chat. I don't care. It's Carolina, not China. Or not America, whatever. I'm not no, I'm not doing this. Whoa, I just realized I gotta name every single one of these countries. Aaron. Aaron, what's up, bro? Alright, so actual thing though. We gotta name these countries. I'm gonna let y'all pick what countries y'all want to name these countries. Look up African tribes or something then. No. I'm not gonna look up African tribes. These aren't African tribes. Um, Qatar needs to be Qatar. I'm not even gonna argue with any of y'all here, but this is Qatar. Alright, I'm gonna let you name some. So this is a very pivotal country. This is a very pivotal country. This is going to be a very important country. Does pivotal mean the same thing as important? Pretty sure it does. Saudi Kingdom? Well, let's take a look at their ideology, which I need to update the ideology layer. But they're socialist democracy, which makes sense. But I'm gonna change them to a full-on democracy since they are changing. But I don't like Chinese imperialism. You should count that as imperialism. But American imperialism was much worse. It's not American imperialism, Chinese imp- it's Chinese imperialism that's bad. They took the Strait of Malacca. America took the Suez. And yeah, Carolinian imperialism was great. I loved it. But these are all the thingies. I think I'm gonna change this thingy to like this because that's what other people have done, and I kind of like the idea of that being like that color instead of yeah. If it's democracy, do Arabia. I mean, it's the Qatar country, and it's very prominent around here. It's not Northeast African, and the Horn is awesome. I um Northeast. Wait, East is right. So Northeast, this one, the orange team. I awesome, and that's on ideology. Um, America took the Panama Canal, Fiji, Suez, and you say it's Carolina. Carolina. Meant green? What green what green country? That's Mozambique. That's Mozambique's colony. Or is that a green country? I'm pretty sure that's Mozambique's colony. Hold up, my bad. Carolina. Don't call it whatever you want to call it. How did that happen? So, little backstory. Europe, not advanced. Africa, super advanced. South America, partially advanced. They do have some Africans that came from Africa going into South America. So that's how you got this Brazilian country. And then you had India's. India is Madagascaran descent. So this is like a republic. So social republic. So I'm gonna say Social Republic of India. Um, Bro said name the first Indian country. Dude, please? Alright, alright. I'll name the country the thingy. Um, yeah, I'll name it. That's an awfully large name. Well, what color should this be? Maybe like a yellow? And then I'll have it here. And then this needs to like be erased for some reason. Yeah. So no, I think I'm supposed to know if from North Carolina. Right. But yeah, I want to name all these countries. If not this stream when I get back. Um, we're gonna name this mess. All right. War state of Morocco. War state of West Africa or North Africa, whatever. I've just reconnecting with my old mapping buddy. He is very cool. Right. War state of North Africa, pretty decent. Occupied territories will not be named, but I will go ahead and name this for Rome. I lied. Make Libya be called Libindia? No. It's the war state of North Africa. We're naming it that. And we'll make more names later. Um ah, hi. 3 new mentions. Oh, I think I'm causing some controversial stuff talking. Nope. Maybe only a little. Mongolian Empire in Wixa? That's a crazy idea. Alright, so country names. So I want to call this Qatar, but I don't want to call it Qatar at the same time. I want to call this country Ukraine, but I don't know. Here, maybe we'll start from the bottom of Africa. Um, South African Union. We'll start from the bottom of Africa to the top. Sub and like, I beg of y'all. We'll start from the bottom of Africa and we're only going to name the countries with major cities. South Africa. That's what we're going to call this? Um, Red Cape. Just Chait. Pretty easy. These names make them small because these are like the Holy Russian Empire. Because if we look at our alliance map, we can see the Holy South African Empire. Um, this is like Car, one of these nations. Um, hmm. I do like this map. North India. So let's go here. Let's start out here. What's that yellow pink color? Monarchy. Alright. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to name countries in Zealandia. Land of confused drunk people? No. Let's name Red Zealandia. Um, hmm. I feel like we should name it something good. Maybe like, ooh, alright. Is that a L or an I? It's an L. Reslana? Reslana? I don't know. The red team. Red team. Yeah. Alright, then we got this country right over here. Qwerty. Alright. So this country right here. Um the green should be yellow. Make the green one Genoa. Gren oh I don't know granola? Granola. Alright, blue one. Try not to make A's at the end of the name. We need some like actual names. Bob. CMC, we need country names. Join us or get owned by Yav. I'm gonna join for a minute and leave. I have no clue what they just said. Make the blue one. Bro, proper names. Proper country names, not. I just ran to put together stuff. You need proper names. Proper names for proper countries. Proper names for proper countries. It's not that hard. Driving me up a wall. Ooh, Republic of New Anders, what are they doing? 4 more hours to Squid Game sign up. Alright. Old Zealand? Bro, ain't that hard. I want a normal name. Republic of whatever. Rep of name. Mitch. Rep of pickle. Public of pickle. Final name. United. Boom. I don't know. What we're gonna name this is a name, and it's going to be a very nice name. One of the best names. Best name there ever will be. No doubts. No doubts in the house. I don't know. Wake up, bro. No, I need actual names. Luca, make good names. Like, it ain't hard. Eloasia? No. They don't know these colors. We're just using colors as representations. We don't need to make the color the name. It's not hard. I could change all these colors, and there wouldn't be a difference. Dunkirk. Woo! Dunkin' and Donuts. Wait. Alright. I'm I'm really bad at naming stuff too, but I ain't that bad. So what we're gonna call this is demo states of hmm Caspian. Angolan's hideout. Alright, decent name. Alright. So moving on. Sri Lanka. Lanka. Sri Lanka. We need a name. So Sri Lankan country will be hmm Lankuna. Alright. Southern Indian. Uh Southern Indian country will be um Southern India. What we could do for Southern India would be probably something ambition wise. Or What too? Oh, this is like naming the countries on my Wixo. There's lots of countries, if you can't tell. Santa India? Nah. Uh, Federal, Southern, Federal Southern India. Alright, so obviously this is going to be called Persia. If you got better name suggestions, let me know. Um, Persia. There we go. This will be Federal Republics of Arabia. Federal Republics of Arabia. Bro, all I gotta do is make the Republic states now. This is easy. Alright, so what I'm gonna do for the Republic states is I'm gonna have like maybe a 4 pixel wide divider. Am I the northern? Uh, um, but no. For real though, we're going to divide this based off of history and rivers. I don't know. We also gotta divide this off of provinces too. So, so far I've been following provinces because I'm good at making provinces. Um, no doubt I'm a pro at making provinces. Um, I feel like everything more here should be a republic. And then we're just going to have nothing represented down here. Or for the desert. Insanely realistic Wixo. Zara, what's up? What's up, girl? Cheese's girlfriend. All the countries would just be chilling. It would be kind of boring. So I'm Pink Romania. Pink Romania. Yo, Pink Romania just needs. Yes, Pink Romania. I've watched AltSen's Wixo, guys. Well, I'm in the process of watching AltFem's Wixo. But it's some good content. Like, holy. No matter my opinions or y'all's opinions on alt, like, damn. Content do be lit. A little boring Wixo content, but yeah, definitely some differences. She Pink Romania to lesbian Pink Romania Yuri. What? But no, Pink Romania. Like, Map Collective is collectively controversial. That is a very good point. I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but wow, like I'm impressed, honestly, that map collectives lasted so long. I know it hasn't even been a while. Hasn't even been a while, and I'm already impressed. Um, but no, for real, I'm surprised Norwegian joined another collab channel too. But I'm somewhat happy for them. I do think that it shouldn't have been put together again, but also it's working, so I can't really talk against it, you know? So yeah, that's my personal view on it. Can't talk against it, can't talk for it. So I'm just neutral. Neutral-ish. I'm pro and against at the same time. I don't know, that's weird. But I am pro and against. So there's my take. Shouldn't have been reformed, but they reformed it. It's pretty good. Working great for them, so happy for them. But no. Uh yeah. Shouldn't have been reformed in the first place. In my personal opinion, Wixo collab channels, no. Big no. Now this again, I always want to make a country in Baluchistan, basically southwest Pakistan, southwest Iran, southern Afghanistan, so the border of those three. Alright. Well, back to the map collective talk. Can't say anything against it, can't say anything for it. So neutral. You know? My personal opinion, shouldn't have been reformed. It was reformed. Can't do nothing about it. Working out well so far, I think. Mega hasn't said anything like a complaint or anything. So I'm assuming it's working out well, but also the Security Council has not said anything about it to me. So yeah, Federal Republic of South India. So I gotta make states for this. I don't know what y'all expect of me, but if I have the opportunity to do something other people usually don't do, I'm gonna do it. And this is entirely new. Nobody's done federal countries, and you can see the different, like, federal parts of it. So I'm taking the opportunity. Map Collective will last 5 days. Yeah. Um, for real though, shouldn't have been reformed. They reformed it. Can't say anything against it. It's working out in their favor. So yeah, W Map Collective. I don't like XZ Lance though. Not for anything that he's done in the past, but for something he's done recently. And it's just wasting my time. But it will last no longer than the first millisecond of the Big Bang. Um, ooh, who the hell is Leo? Yeah, who the hell is Leo? Oh, and what's my post? I want to read the comments of that post soon. Um, ch- announcement. There it is. Oh, this is gonna open up on Streamlabs. Alright. Um, nothing new. I I hope some people do repost that though. It needs to be like spread around. The Department of War does not make sense. I don't like the Department of War. We spend too much on the Department of War. We need to cut spending more efficiently, not cutting spending. Increase spending on the Department of War so we can go to war. We'll be the best war there ever will be. The Department of War. I hate Trump. I hate Trump so much. But the Department of War, an actual department of the U.S. now. Used to be called the Department of Defense, but now we're going to war with countries. We're not defending ourselves. We're going to war. Who are we going to war with? Trump? Who are we? Ourselves? Does seem like it. Like, I hate Trump. And Golan, you nailed the Trump impression. Thank God. Thank God. But no, Trump, he's a disgrace to all of America. And it's like to the point where if you live in the country, what the hell? We're going to war with the enemy within. The enemy within that stole my election. I mean, all elections have been rigged for a while. And the people, it shows. Like, you can, the redistricting, it's just showing, proving that elections have been rigged for a while. And we've been in a cold civil war for a while. So, yeah, cold civil war announced. Nobody cares. Um, I personally could care less. I mean, if my government collapses, what is it going to do to me? Make me a hell of a lot happier, because we ain't got no Trump to deal with. Obviously, if my government collapsed right now, big issue. But God, like just do something different. All you got, just something different. It ain't hard. Angolan, you should move to Canada. Hell no, I'm an American. I ain't moving to no other country. I live in the best country in the world. No matter if we're going through a hard time right now. I don't care if it's chill in Canada. I ain't going to Canada. Prices are insane. Me personally, not a country I'd like to live in. Best country in the world is a big overstatement. Overstatement? What do you mean? I do live in the best country in the world. No matter if you want to admit it or not. America is the strongest and best economic superpower ever. You're saying it's better than Monaco? Yes. Best country is Confucianistan? No. It's the United States of America. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like an American nationalist, but everybody knows we are the strongest. And I don't care if anyone is against the current regime of the United States, because I am, will admit to that because I'm not afraid to go against the dictatorship of the United States of America, but I will not say we are the one of the worst countries in the world because we are the best. We're not the best country in the world, but we are the best people in the world. That's my statement there. We ain't the best country, we're the best people. Regardless of the evil. We are your dad and Golan? What? Alright, we got Brazil. Not in a sus way? What? Alright, so what should we name this Angolan country? Tribal states. Angolate. I kinda wanna name it like um Empire of Empire of Angola. Or Empire, and then we go back and we can type in like British. The British Empire. Alright, so for real. The Angolan Empire. Placeholder right there until y'all can think of a better name. Being British is great. Let me out of your basement. What? Yo. Moving to Ireland. St. Lucia Productions. Alright, Angolan Empire for right now until y'all can think of a better name. Um, Commune of Ethiopia. Um, thank you, bro. What should we call this? Madagascar. Imperial Madagascar. Alright. They don't even know what a gas car is. Alright, Madagascar. Um, hmm. Well, what we could do. What? Holy. Trump canceling election. Democrats increasingly sound alarm. When President Donald Trump sat down with Ukrainian President Vol, Volodymyr Zelensky, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, Zelensky, last month, the topic was the weighing issue of ending Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But at one point, Trump proactive diversion into domestic politics. Zelensky noted that in his country, the law doesn't allow elections during periods of martial law. So you say during war you can't have election. Trump responded, so let me just say 3.5 years from now. You mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. Yo, Trump's trying to cancel the elections, but increasingly Democrats aren't laughing. A growing number of them are arguing with Trump to do something either to try to cancel or commander elections to hold his power. Might seem ridiculous to some. Trump hasn't explicitly said he plans to cancel elections. He said last month he would probably not run for a third term, which the constitutional forbids anyways, but the president has certainly floated with such possibilities before plenty of anti-democrat things, and his extraordinary moves take control over voting processes, his dispatch U.S. troops on U.S. soil, already raising alarm bells. A judge said Tuesday that Trump was in effect creating a national police force with the president as its chief. Bro, that's complete. How do we not see this? Hitler had his own private police force. Trump, Trump's going to have his own private police force. Something Hitler did, Trump's doing. Yeah. His own police force. His own private national security, whatever police force that he commands. He already has the Marines. I don't disagree with the president having the Marines. Um, but the police force, his own personal police force. Who is Hitler? Who is Hitler? I only know Hitler. Hitler's wow. Hello and gone. But no. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I'm absolutely pissed. Um, one, how do you, our president, go up and say, "Hey, Zelensky, why haven't you been kicked out of office?" "Oh yeah, we're in a war, so we declared martial law, so there can't be elections during wartime." Trump wants to do that, so he stated it. It's like we live in a reality TV show that's fake, but it's not. Everything is real. And it's, wow. I, that is Trumpler. Move to Canada, replace Trump with Clippy. Yeah. Move to Canada. That's it. I'm moving to Canada. I'll love my Canadian friends. I'll move in with one of y'all Canadians or something. Move in with a Canadian friend. Yo, I should move to Sealand. Nah, I'm gonna move to the PRC. I don't know. Anywhere is better at this point. Like, I'll come back to the US later, but I gotta cancel my US citizenship so I can afford to move out of the US. Like, Britain's even. Oh, Britain. No, I'm not moving to the UK. Hell no. The UK is just as bad. Don't. No. No. I can move to, like, the Dutch countries. I could move to, like, Belgium or the Netherlands. Never mind, too overpopulated. Portugal's good enough. Portugal actually would probably be the best country to move to because I can get EU citizenship faster in Portugal than any other country in the EU, I'm pretty sure. Belgium is crazy. I mean, I'd want to move to. No, I'm not moving to Germany, bro. I'd get killed in Germany. The AFD, the AFD. Yeah, no, hell no. Far right gaining power over time. Like, no, no, I'm not doing it. Switzerland would be pretty cool. Move to the old empire, pretty legit. DRC and Rwanda are in a war right now since 2022. Yeah, Africa's a mess. I honestly, I don't know who I'd root for. Move to Red Ireland? I might move to Ireland. Ireland would be cool. I'd like to live in the bogs of Ireland. Um, probably like here. So I'm not even gonna prioritize like place to live. I'm prioritizing like EU mess, laws, order. You know, what country? Ooh, I'm not moving to Poland though. Poland's too tight on immigration. What EU country can I gain EU citizen in fast? Malta, 1 year ooh, 3 year. Um, so one thing I might do, Malta. Malta's prices are insane. But yeah, 3 years of residency. Oh wow. Ireland, maybe Portugal. Portugal, I've looked it up. It's around the same as Malta. Poland is racist. Yeah, Poland is super racist. Um, Yeah. So Poland's super expensive. Not super expensive. Malta's super expensive. Expensive. Poland too racist. Um, Poland's too racist. Move to the purple team. Poland's too racist, and Poland is a very racist country. I'm not moving to Poland. Um, yeah. We gotta name these countries though. I'll maybe do in Britain we can't fly our flag. Yeah. You they banned like the UK's messed up right now. No matter what you say, the UK is not a not so nice country anymore. In Northern Ireland we don't even have an official flag. Northern Ireland, yeah. Y'all need a official flag. Well, I fly a Portugal flag and nobody cares. Yeah, nobody should care. Um, Uganda. I fly no flag. I fly the Angolan flag and people do care. I would rather fly the Irish flag. Fly the Irish flag, bro. Fly it. Nobody cares. Nobody should care. And if they do, well, you got a finger for that. I'm not gonna say anything, not gonna say anything more, but I think you know what I mean. But, um, well, I fly the Portugal flag, England flag, Argentina flag, Moroccan flag, South Korea flag. I'm Catholic, so of course I support the Irish. Yeah, fly the Irish flag, bro. Get arrested. My message to the people living in the UK is get arrested. I'm sorry, but get arrested for flying a flag that's a foreign flag. Do it. It's a protest. Just do it. It's stupid. Get fined. Whatever they do. I think it's just for flying it at protests, though. So that ain't that bad, but still. Immigration crisis. People need to protest. And Fishy, welcome to the stream. But no, people do need to protest, and I 100% support the act of protest against any government for valid reasons. I wouldn't say all reasons, but if you do have a valid reason to protest against your government, protest. No matter if it's violent or peaceful, you should and always, hopefully always will, have the right to protest. But yeah, um, Protest. My biggest word right now. To all Americans, protest. All Irish, protest. Northern Ireland needs its independence, my opinion. Uh, independence. W. Give it to them. I support Northern Irish independence. Yes, nobody cares. Um, at least there is a Operation Raise in Colors. Yeah. Like, rebel or something. Because personally, personally, if I lived under a dictatorship, I would not live under a dictatorship. I would be in support of all acts of protest. And that's my current knowledge. Um, you need to host. Oh my God, I just am fishy. I'm not doing a beauty pageant for borders. You need to always know and protect your right to protest. Because that's what the world's coming down to. Protests are going to make a difference again. Uh, they made a difference years ago when people were mad. British, tea crisis, our rights gone. No representation. No taxation without representation. It's coming back. We don't have look. We don't have proper representation in the U.S. government, and no taxation without representation should play into effect here. So don't tax us, U.S. government, unless something changes. Here, I want to check if it's in the Constitution, because I can tax fraud. Nope, not even tax fraud. If I don't have representation, I'm not paying taxes when I'm 18 if it's in the Constitution. Other than that, I'm paying taxes. Is no taxation without representation in the Constitution. Uh, has to address the constitutional elected representatives. Yeah. So is the is the thought no taxation without representation? Um, but no. Um, no taxation without representation needs to become a amendment for all citizens. And I do believe we need more representation, and our current representation is flawed. Extremely flawed, and yes. So, no matter what you think, do realize, alright, that sucks. Um, wait, hold up. I gotta pick a state. Republic of Oh wow. Never mind. I see. South Carolina. Alright. So I'm going to start posting once a week about England in protest. Good. Did you see my recent community post? Like, yeah, like that's an actual thing. Department of War. Department of War. Hey, are you in Golan? No, I'm not in Golan. Hi, RT mapping or map or whatever. But if you check my most recent community post, it is an actual thing that did happen. The Department of Defense is not a thing. It's Department of War. Who are we going to war with? Don't know. But it's we're going to war with someone. So no clue who, but we're going to war with someone. Um, how do I apply? That's weird. I don't know how to apply. Um, hmm, hmm. Maine, Maryland, Missouri, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, South Dakota, South New Hampshire. Alright, so I've made a new department. I in New America. I New America's pretty cool. I like New America. Um, New America's decent. But do check my most recent post. Spread that post. It needs to be spread. No matter what, just spread it. No matter if a few people see it or whatever. We need to stand up for what is right. We the people. We the people have the power. No matter if it's not being represented or not. We can always make a difference. No matter if we're doing protests or voting. Voting won't change much. I know that for a fact. Elections have been rigged for a while. We're in a cold civil war. District rigging. It's been going on for a while. Democrats and Republicans, they're the stupidest parties ever. Stupidest American parties. But here we have the Republican Party candidate, Donald Trump, renaming the Department of Defense to the Department of War. I know it used to be called the Department of War, but we are meant to defend ourselves, not be an aggressor, not be an aggressor of war. We're the police force, the global police force. We can't be committing crimes ourselves. If you, I'm trying to compare policemen to U.S. politics, so yeah. But we cannot, we cannot have. Wait, hold up. We cannot have this affect us. And I do want to say I am disappointed in the people for not rising up sooner. And we're slowly seeing the government internally rise up and do something about its problems. But no, Department of War. And then Donald Trump says he wants to go into a war. Didn't blatantly say it, but he wants to put the U.S. in martial law so he doesn't have to run a third term. He can't run a third term. You know that? He can't. He would be either dead of old age or the United people of the United States would vote too much against him. Probably. Next election is the Civil War. We know that for a fact. Um, maybe this presidency, Civil War. We're already in a Civil War. Cold Civil War. Been happening for a while. Kinda obvious. But no, the U.S. government realizing we're in a civil war, that's insane. Like, I know it ain't a conventional civil war. The Cold War was not a conventional war. It was cold. This is a cold civil war fighting on legality and human rights and the basis of the US government and what we should be. And human rights is a big problem right now, I'd say. Um, with many groups of people like illegals and the kids ICE is deporting. The kids ICE are deporting. It's stupid. I hate every single ICE agent because they deport children. Like, if you're an ICE agent, I could care less. Don't be an ICE agent. Um, they're disgusting people. It's a disgusting program, a disgusting system. And we need to take down that system as soon as possible. ICE is disgusting. It is the most disgusting part of our government I've ever seen in my lifetime. And when you're deporting our country's children, kindergartners, kindergartners get taken out of their school to be put in places where they're held for later deportation. Kids, kids get put there. It's disgusting. What country am I living in? A dictatorship or the United States? You know, dictatorships remove kids from their country. In Iran, Kurdish kids killed and removed from their country, deported, or forced to integrate with their culture. Same thing happening in the United States. Kids getting deported. It's pretty obvious. It's stupid. And something needs to change. And I don't know when it's going to change, but something does need to change and fast. Hopefully. Hopefully this is ICE is removed. I hate every single ICE agent. There's no such thing as a good ICE agent. They're all horrible people. How could you willingly work for a department that is deporting kindergartners, toddlers, preschool students? I saw this one video, AI video, but I don't care. It was a baby getting deported straight out of the womb. And I bet that's happened. A baby getting deported straight out of the womb. Born in this country. Born in this country. And it was an app. It was an app. And that just, I know it was for humor, but will it be for long? Probably not. And we do have to realize we live in, oh, ICE, Trump, the United States, the failed US government, the flawed democracy, the dictatorship of the United States government. And how can I have pride in a nation that deports school kids, kids going to school, toddlers, hardworking people? We used to have justified deportations, but no. Angolan, you should dip from America? No. I'm going to keep on living in the United States. And when I turn 18, I'm going to protest. Guaranteed. I'm going to go to protest. Move to Switzerland or something? No. When I turn 18, I'm going to go to protest. Probably. Just going to protest. I'm going to. It would make sense. You know? We need a more mass protest. And then, I'm not saying storm the White House, but overthrow the government. We need to overthrow the US government and install a new rational government. Not Democrats, because I hate Democrats. Hate Republicans. Yeah. Hate Democrats and Republicans. Democrats and Republicans flawed as all get out. Um, don't be a Democrat, don't be a Republican. Set your own beliefs, your own values. Democratic Party flawed as all get out. Be an independent. Don't let a party decide how you think. And then another thing is like Trump switches up too much. It's like insane. You know, so now I'm not gonna bring that up. But yeah. Trump flawed as all get out. But I do think we will recover from this eventually. And once we do, we'll come out stronger. Stronger than ever before. We're in a dark time. What does America do in dark times? Like World War II, dark time, World War One. We always come out stronger. And no matter what happens, American Civil War came out stronger. No matter what problem we face, we will always come out stronger. It's our people, our culture. Our culture is to be the ones who come out stronger. Our culture. We don't have a culture, but our sort of way of life, way of thinking is this immense nationalism. Immense nationalism. We're so prideful of our people, and I'm prideful to be an American. I'm a 100% American supporter. I love this country. I love the people of this country. I don't love this country. I love the people of this country. And I wish the US government could represent us correctly. But no matter what, we're always going to argue over some things with multiple other people. Unless we cause mass deportations based off of religious backgrounds and governmental belief dividing the states up. But that's not a good idea at all. Uh, our culture is a mixing pot of government and culture in general. So, yeah. But no, we don't accept cultures anymore. We're all for the US government. All for, all for Christian nationalism and immense fascism and deporting, deporting kids, deporting children, deporting hard workers, people working hard in our country. Deport them all, because we are a fascist nation. Like, it's stupid. If Trump would realize that he's endangering kids constantly, sending them to places to later to be deported. Like, you, some ICE agents. Now, I love this one story of this one ICE agent. Um, but a legal 17-year-old, or I think was legal, I don't know, probably was, but legal 17-year-old got put into a deportation containment area. Prison's a lot better. I do recommend going to prison rather than going to a deportation cell because it's disgusting. Um, go to prison. If you know you're about to get deported, go to prison. It's much better quality of life, I'd say. And that's disgusting. But no. 17-year-old spent days in a hell cell. A cell that broke him. Um and this one ICE agent let him call his mom every day, speak on the phone with her every day while he was in that containment cell that is making him seem like he's dehumanized in an animal. You know what Hitler did to dehumanize the Jews? Put them in places where they were caged up, locked up, and later set to die. Or, yeah, later set to die. We're not giving them death, but we're letting them go through hell. No matter if it's prison. I'd rather go to prison than be kept there. Like, it's insane. But these kids are being deported. As a 17-year-old, calling his mom every day. Meanwhile, he's about to get deported. No justification. He's about to get deported. It's unjustified. No justification process. And we must have justified deportations again. I'm all for deporting criminals, not hard workers. I say what we must do to get rid of our immigration problem is go to war with the cartel, just like how we did the war on terror, war on drugs. I do not support. Fentanyl is a great thing to happen to America, in my opinion. War on drugs is useless. Fentanyl is a way to combat drug use. You know, it's been a lot more people on drugs since fentanyl, but it's noticeable because they're dying of drug use. So there's probably a lot less, a hell of a lot less people using hardcore drugs. That's why fentanyl is a gift and a blessing. Not a blessing and a gift. A curse and a blessing at the same time. One, it's killing kids, but they're getting hooked on hardcore drugs, so their life is useless either way. because hardcore drugs you should not mess with, even though it doesn't have fentanyl or anything in it. It will still ruin your life. You know what's good and going? Like if you get caught on hardcore drugs, your life is ruined completely. Like jobs, nah, you're a druggie. You can't get good jobs. You can't get paid good. You'll be working at the worst establishments, and you're an addict for the rest of your life. That's why fentanyl is a curse and a blessing. But I do gotta go. There's just my beliefs on fentanyl as a kid. But yeah, I do gotta go.